What is good, everyone? It's Coach Ábris here, founder of Demi Cycle Protocol, here with Coach Friso, who's my cameraman right now. And we're gonna do a travel vlog and a little bit of lifestyle setup. What's gonna happen in the next couple of days, weeks, months, and years, because we've got huge plans in the pipeline. Right now, we are in Leiden, in the Netherlands. This is where we start our trip to Paraguay from. So tomorrow we're about to go to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam to Madrid, and from Madrid straight to Asunción. Hopefully my pronunciation is right. We will go to Paraguay to conquer the entire South America, but most importantly, to network with our fellow coaches and to make amazing content for you guys and to embrace that healthy, sunlight-full lifestyle, or what should I say. But first of all, let's take a walk around the town, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about how do we travel so much and how do we actually make sure that we can stay in shape, because multiple clients of ours have been struggling with that and we developed the solutions for it. Of course, each of us have a unique way of how we are doing that and how do we approach it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the most basic and very simple fundamentals. So what we are doing is that we're making sure that we are eating enough protein, that we are staying hydrated, and we want to show this to you guys with the proper recovery protocols in place, that you don't have to worry about counting calories or restricting your diet, restricting yourself, or saying no to drinking alcohol. Because actually I just brought a large bottle of red wine to my friend Friso and stuff like that, and some people in the fitness community look at us in a very weird way that, okay guys, so you fly multiple dozens of times a year, right? You're taking huge distances, you're eating out at restaurants, you are indulging in stuff like red wines, tequila, Latinas, right? And they just say that, okay, how do you stay in shape? How do you get lean? How do you get a six-pack, right? When you do so many things, especially the Latinas, right? The bunda is high in calories, I've heard, of course. So they're talking about this stuff. How do we do that? And this is exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to be jamming a bit, shooting the shit, while exploring the town of Leiden on day one of our travels. So come with us, and yeah, let me take all of you together with us in this journey. All right, so Friso, what do you do one day before you travel? So how do you prepare?
How do I prepare for when I travel? So, a bit of context. Tomorrow, Ábris behind the camera and me are going to Paraguay, to Asunción, for some travel, business, content, you name it, good stuff.
And some bunda.
And well, I cannot say anything about me. I'm gonna be a good boy, but anyway. So how do I prepare for when we hit the road? So there's two ways you can go about this. It's the first way is very neurotic, obsessed fitness way, prepare my meals and pack my chicken and rice. I'm not really that type of guy. I don't really fuck with that, to be honest. There's a second way. It's my way. I prefer it. And it's to, one, try the red wine that Ábris brought to me. I think it's a really cool gift, so I have to try some of that. And I'm gonna take my girl to a nice Italian dinner in the evening, because I will be going away for a month, so she wants, some Friso love for the last evening. And then I will pack my bags. I will make sure that when we are at the airport and going to the airport, still hit the protein. So we make sure to eat some beef jerky. Polish beef is very good. It's very lean, high in calorie or low in calories, high in protein. We will get some whey protein pudding, because we're not the typical gym bros, but protein is important. So that's what we focus on. We focus on not snacking. We're doing some fasting as well to be sharp. And then in the evening when we fly, we can pick our meals either at the airport. It's going to be a steak, or at the flight itself, and then we'll have to see what the menu offers us. So that's how we'll go about preparing for the travel. It's gonna be good. I cannot really comment about the Latinas, but I'll leave that to Ábris, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, boys.
Amazing. Can we have just one more follow-up question to you?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you mentioned we're gonna do some fasting, how do you define fasting? What does that mean for you, and do you recommend it for most people or most of your clients?
Oh, that's a nice question. First of all, fasting. I define fasting as not ingesting food or liquid calories or honey. Not really eating anything. You are allowed to have some coffee, you are allowed to have some sparkling water or Diet Coke, but anything apart from that, that will mean that you're not fasting anymore. Now, why do I fast? I fast because I want to lose some fat. I want to, have a sharp brain, and fasting helps me get my brain sharp. So that's why I do it. Do I recommend it for my clients? Yes, absolutely, if their goal is to lose fat and be in a calorie deficit. If they don't want that, if they just want to maintain their physique or maintain their performance, then they don't need to fast. But if they want to take it to the next level, drop some body fat, get in that sharp mindset, then fasting is definitely the way to go. So that's my take on fasting, boys.
100%, bro. And how long do you do that? Or how long is your eating window?
I forgot to say. So I fast for, well, it depends on my schedule. Sometimes I have a call or a flight and things get thrown around. But on average, my fasting is by skipping breakfast. I like to skip breakfast and then have a big meal for lunch and a big meal for dinner. And then I go into my fast again, I sleep, skip breakfast again, and then we're back at it with some coffee, sparkling water, and then we hit the first meal again for lunch. So that's how I do it. The eating window is usually between 12 and 8 p.m. Doesn't have to be set in stone. This is what works for me. You can try what works for you. So try it out, and I'll see you later, boys.
So my dear brother in Zeus, Friso, did me a favor and bought me some watermelon bubble gums. That's how it looks like.
Hell yeah.
Not quite sure about how much watermelon it contains, but most of you guys already know, but for those who don't know yet, I'm a big fan of watermelons. I'm obsessed with watermelons. Some of you might say it might run in the family. My father used to sell watermelon at the age of 14, but for me, to be honest, it all started back in the summer of 2020. So I was preparing for a powerlifting competition back then, and I wanted to gain some more energy to get through my sessions. Those were very rigorous, very difficult, very intense, and I wanted some extra energy. And at the time I was addicted to pre-workout supplements and caffeine and all that shit. And because of that, I was looking for a certain alternative, right? And how I found out about watermelon is that it was watermelon season, late July, August of 2020. I started eating watermelon after every lunch, before my powerlifting sessions. And I would just go there, crush the workout, insane vascularity and all that stuff, and I was like, it's not possible. How do I have so much energy at the same time? And I figured there is this amino acid in watermelons called citrulline, and citrulline makes your blood flow so fast, so rapidly. It makes sure the nutrients go to your muscles so quickly that you immediately have that kind of high energy, those really tight veins that keep it pumping. And that's an amazing feeling, and not just the feeling but the performance that's come with it. I could build a municipality building like this, or a cathedral like the one that we just shown earlier, if I took mega doses of citrulline every day, and actually I do. So this is why I absolutely fucking love watermelons. This is why I'm so grateful for my friend Friso to have bought this for me, because now I feel like I can conquer the day. Of course, it's not as bioavailable as it could be from normal watermelons. Of course, it doesn't have the same electrolytes that keep you energetic as watermelons. And of course, it might not get digested with the enzymes as efficiently as watermelons, but don't worry guys, I will be working on a solution for you in the future, but I can't reveal it yet. But remember this, that watermelon is literally the best fruit in the world, alongside pomegranates. Friso will talk a little bit more about that, but I'm really happy that I have this bubblegum right now, so I'm just gonna open it up.
Let's try it out, mate.
And let's try it out. Let's see what it does.
Let's do a taste test.
Let's do a taste test, like how close it is to to watermelon. Actually, it looks really good. It's just sticky enough for me to like it. Like it when it's like a little bit hard, a little bit sticky. Speaking of the bubble gum, of course. So yeah, let's try it. Okay, it's just quite refreshing, I would say. Okay, not bad. I can feel my jaw working. But anyway, in the next episode, we're going to talk about pomegranates. All right, so now we are here at I forget the name of the coffee, but here we are at Snayers in life, whatever the hell it is. But this is where the legend Friso started as a dishwasher back then, and it's very fascinating sometimes to hear these background stories. But let's not be stuck in the path or the past. Like, let's focus on what's coming up for the future, why we are doing this whole trip, what our goals are, what our intentions are with this, what's going to happen in the next few days, and then the next few weeks, and possibly in the next few months and years, just in the big picture. So, Friso, let's start with you. Like, what's in it for you?
All right. So, guys, what is in it for me? Well, first, what is in what? What are we gonna do, right? So, Ábris and me and two other guys who you will see in the coming videos, we will be going to Paraguay, Asunción, Paraguay, the capital city. I will be staying there for a month, 4 weeks. The other boys will be staying there for 4 months. They will be doing some business setup, to put it that way. And whilst I'm there, we're gonna focus a lot on shooting some podcasts, shooting content, setting up relationships there, because we want to make it a base, or at least the boys do. I'm still undecided. I'm gonna check it out, do it like a reconnaissance, or how do you say it, trip, just to scout the field, and that will be for 1 month, and that's pretty short term. So let's talk about the long term, right? So in the long term, I'm speaking for myself here. I want to take over the fitness game when it comes to, you know, the high level coaching, high net worth coaching. I want to be the brand that high level people go to when they want to get in shape and stay in shape. I think Ábris can share that passion with me. The other boys probably too, bit different target audience, but that's what I want to do. And most importantly, I want to have a fucking good time when I do it. So we're gonna do a lot of adventures, and I think Ábris can tell me a bit more about that.
All right, so a little bit more on the adventures later, because a lot of different types of adventures will be involved in this whole trip, and adventure can mean something different for everyone. What I can see from my side, just focusing on the very, very near future, tomorrow in the evening we're gonna fly from the Netherlands to Spain, and from Spain then straight to Asunción, the capital of Paraguay, and we will get started with everything there. So me and one of the other guys, Daniel, over there, we will set up our residency and later on our businesses there. We are pretty much certain that we want to make that country like a secondary base for us. It's not only good for business, it's also good for your health. If you live at a place which is very sunny, warm, you get that vitamin D that you want. It's good for your mental health. You get a kind of balanced circadian rhythm, right? The sleep-wake cycle. You rise with the sun, you lay with the sun. It's a little bit more difficult in northern countries, in Scandinavian countries, even in the Netherlands. But I'm not saying it's not doable. So we are both coaching a lot of high-level people, business people from these northern hemisphere countries, which usually are very cold, not really sunny, but there are ways around it, like how you can do your supplementation, your routines in a way that you can still sleep optimally and still maintain a healthy routine in these countries. But we made a choice that, okay, let's switch environments a little bit. Let's be around people who are exactly as motivated as we are. So we will be living together, all of us, the boys, working on a common mission, becoming go-to names in the fitness space and having a great time while doing that. So, and when it comes to like the big picture, the plans, probably I'm not gonna spoil it, but probably one of the guys from us will like physically establish something over there, something which we can call a base, and we will do a lot of podcasts, we will shoot a lot of content, and we will be having an amazing time. And that's what comes after that in the long term, is just building the brand, giving you guys as much value as we possibly can, getting better at it, and always finding smarter solutions to more painful problems. So when we look at just a second, mate. So when we look at the big problems in the corporate health space, like I'm more on the corporate side, based on my experience, based on my previous internships, based on my sales rep role back then in Hungary, and being around executives a lot, I see certain problems. Friso also has his own unique profile of people that he works with, and he sees the unique problems, and something is common in all of them. And this is the aspect of traveling. So, in the past few years, we purposefully put ourselves through the same processes, the same events, the same happenings as our clients do, so we can first like single-handedly show that how do we lose fat, how do we build muscle, how do we optimize our energy levels and our performance in the way that a lot of these things are happening, a lot of events, a lot of dinners, a lot of travels, trips, that people think that okay, these are limiting factors, but we wanted to show that no, these are just part of the game, and you can stay just as healthy, just as lean, just as energetic as if you were not doing these, as if you were a boring gym rat who spends hours in the gym. We don't want to do that. So if you only want to see that type of content, probably this is not not the right channel that you should be watching. But if you want a more holistic approach, if you like enjoying life, if you like adventures, if you have a long-term vision for whatever you're doing and you're excellent at your craft, you definitely want to be watching us, because this is exactly our purpose. And I'm gonna hand it over to you, mate.
Yeah. So I love what you just said, Ábris, but I want to add something there. So Ábris mentioned how we are gonna show how we do this for our clients, but I also wanted to add that we are going to bring you guys along with how we do this for ourselves. So we are not at that level yet where we want to be. We're doing fine, but we're not where we could be in 10 years, but we want to change that and bring you guys along on that mission. So we're going to show you guys how we do that for ourselves, the adventures that we go on, the struggles that we encounter when it comes to disrupted sleep schedules, flights that throw
Jet lag.
yeah, like jet lags, different schedules, how to stay in shape when we're traveling to places like, across the world, to different continents. We're gonna bring you guys along in how we do this for our clients, but also how we do this for ourselves. So if you like to see that stuff, and if you want to see us grow, if you want to see us eat pomegranate and watermelon, then this is definitely the place that you should be. So check it out, watch us, follow us, it's gonna be big. And I think that's a nice way to wrap things up.
Absolutely, and get ready for adventure.
Yeah, get ready for some adventure, boys. No time to fuck around. Cheers. So guys, I also wanted to give you some insight into the travel protocol that I use myself, that Ábris uses, and that we give to our clients. Now, when you have a flight planned and the flight is later on in the day, you want to make sure that you stock up on some high protein goodies so you can still get your protein in before you leave to the airport. Now, what we bought this yesterday. We bought some high protein chocolate pudding. It's like a whey pudding. Chocolate mousse, these are all kind of similar. We bought some cottage cheese, we bought dried sausage, we bought beef or steak tartare, and Ábris brought with him some beef jerky. Now these are all high in protein, and they are key to getting your protein in before you leave to the airport. And you can outsource this, you can have your assistant, order this, or you could also go for a meal prep service, whatever you want. But these are the options that we went for, and we would highly recommend that before you leave, you buy some of this stuff so you have enough protein in-house, but also when you are at your new location. Scan the local shops, find some protein options. Cottage cheese is available everywhere. The high protein yogurts are pretty much available anywhere as well these days. So make sure to get some protein in also at your new location, and then you will be set to maximize your health goals on the road.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to scan it down yourself, just have your handsome coach, your handsome and brilliant coach, just scan down the location for you and send you over the custom protocol. This is not an Easter egg. This is something that we do normally for all of our clients. And yeah, let's see the preparations.
Okay, so you want a slice of sourdough bread. And what you want to do, let's get some cottage cheese. Then you put on quite a bit of cottage cheese. You can be generous. And then you spread it out like that. This is a perfect meal. You have some carbs from the sourdough bread. You have your protein from the cottage cheese. It's low to moderate in calories. It's filling, so you're not gonna overeat. You're not gonna snack, chips or crisps at the airport because your stomach is full, because you prioritized a protein-rich meal. But we're not done, because this meal can be even better by adding some Tabasco. Tabasco, well, we all know that's a bit spicy. Spicy foods also work as an appetite suppressant. So on top of the protein satiating you, you also suppress your appetite by adding some Tabasco, and you won't snack when you're traveling. So use that, and yeah, enjoy.
It looks juicy.
Yeah, it is juicy. Are you still filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Good job. Okay guys, so I had quite some comments. Friso, you say you eat ossenworst. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is ossenworst? So I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you how I prepare this. I will tell you why I eat this, so let's get into this. First we need a knife and some sourdough bread to put the ossenworst on. So let me make a slice. Beautiful sourdough bread, and then we have the ossenworst. There you go. It's beef with water, salt, and some spices. So it's just raw steak tartare, you could say. And the reason that I buy this is because it's high in protein and super tasty. So you get the best of both worlds. You get your nutrients in, and you get your taste in as well. So you're not tempted to go snack on anything or something like that. So how do you make it? Well, very simple. You cut it open and you put it on your bread like it's Nutella, but high protein Nutella. You spread it out. And then you can do it with another one as well. And then you have your sourdough bread with some ossenworst, steak tartare, whatever you name it. Enjoy.
Alright, so good everyone. Checking in from Madrid Airport. Kinda 4 or 5-ish hours ago. We were in Amsterdam, and you have seen us eating the quadruple Whopper burger and drinking coffee, and you might as well think, okay, what do these crazy guys are doing in the evening that they are drinking coffee, right? They're taking some caffeine in. So on the way, while we were traveling, we were finishing up quite a bit of work, right? We were checking in with our clients. Once again, we do that multiple times a day, so we can make sure that everybody in every time zone is being taken care of properly. And sometimes it means that we'll have to optimize our own routines in a way that, okay, it suits our client's lifestyle as well. And sometimes it means that we drink caffeine past 4 p.m. What does that mean for us? So right now, when we are moving in between time zones, it's very important that we can get proper sleep in. Maybe a little bit later, because we will go to a time zone 4 hours later than what we used to be. So we are going from CET to Paraguayan time zone, which means a 4 hours difference. And that means optimally we would be asleep by midnight to 1 to European standards, right? And we would be waking up at around 7 or 8, so like 11 to 12 in European time. So what do we want to make sure that if we go to sleep right now with this amount of drinks and this amount of food in our system, how do we not wake up every 2 hours to take a piss? So we want to be hydrated. This is what we want to make sure of. And what's better than two sources of water and electrolytes? Water is of course water. You need that. More than 7% of your body is consisting of water. But what else you need is those salts, minerals, and electrolytes to actually pull the water into your body and make sure that it supplies your organs, your muscles, your bones, everything in you, even your brain, right? If you want to use it, even if you want to use it for recovery, for sleep, right? And coconut water is amazing with that, especially if you buy these quality ones. I highly recommend this. It's sweet as hell, and it goes well with any other kind of food or drink, right? So we will finish up our, let me show you again because I love these. But we will be finishing up the remaining protein for the day before we get to what's
Ooh, show me.
So the Polish beef jerky, this is something you just can't ignore, right? Because it's way too good to ignore. And a couple of zero protein bars that we showed previously. Yeah, in all the different flavors that you can ever imagine, right? So this will be the final menu. But yeah, as I said before, we want to make sure that we can still take care of our sleep, still maintain high sleep quality. This is how we get adjusted to a new routine, to a new environment in less than 24 hours. So every time we go to a new place, we already readjust our mindset and our entire brain to the time zone of that place. So that means that we go to bed a little bit later because of that, or a little bit earlier. We do our pre-bed routine, we do a couple of stretches, ideally a warm shower, no possibility for warm shower here, so what we're gonna do is some deep breathing, reading a little bit, and then we go straight to sleep, right? So that's very, very simple. This is a simplified version of our pre-bed routine, but I can only recommend to everyone to have something, a serious set of activities for a couple of minutes, or even up to 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime, and it's the same 30-minute interval every single night, even on weekends. So if you maintain this consistency, you will never have problems with sleep. Again, you won't wake up because you have to go to piss, or you won't have problems with falling asleep at all. So this is why we recommend all these different tips, and hydration is a undeniable part of that. So drink coconut water, guys, or just eat your watermelons, and always make sure that the last dosage of caffeine that you take during the day, that's about latest 6 hours before bedtime, okay? Sometimes you can break the rules, especially if you're young and you're driven, but these are the general rules. Let's try to keep these and you will sleep amazing. So see you guys in Paraguay. And finally, we are here in Asunción, Paraguay. We landed this morning. We fasted for the first 4 hours, of course. What else? And we ate an enormous meal at a cafe. We finished up our deep work, checked in with our clients, and finally got accommodated in our Airbnb. So everything is great. The weather is hot as hell, but at least we are getting enough sunlight. We are getting hydrated properly and caffeinated. That's gonna be in it. To bear with the insane amount of deep work we are about to do. But let's get real here. let me introduce another protagonist of this journey right now, Daniel Raz. You can find him on Twitter and Instagram as Daniel Razfit, also on YouTube. And we are here, all of us, with the same mission. We are about to change the world of fitness, the health of corporate executives, entrepreneurs, and everybody who needs that help and accountability that we are providing and been providing for the past few years, but also to show you the lifestyle and to live the lifestyle that makes it sustainable. So we've been traveling all day long. We've been going places. We've been attending business meetings for the whole previous year. We've been building relationships with our clients, meeting them up in real life. And all of these might mean an obstacle for you, but not anymore if you use the simple same systems that we are using throughout this entire vlog and our entire travel that we will be documenting. So this is day 3. We are finally in Paraguay and sipping on this black coffee. If you want to lose fat and enhance your metabolism, you always drink your coffee black. You can break the rules if you've been fasting though. Yep. I've been fasting too. My only objection right now is that I think it's kind of lame to drink it with a straw. Just drink it raw. Right? Always raw dogging life. This is how we attack. And what is left to do right now is we will do a quick physique update. We will show you where we are today and where we want to get, what will be our peak shape, what will be our target for the end of the month, and how we got settled in and how our sleep was. So as I was talking about that yesterday, so in the previous scene, we implemented our fast and quick simplified pre-bed routine. We had an amazing sleep on the plane, so no matter what, you gotta do this, you gotta recover properly. And jet lag is almost non-existent. So everybody was talking about jet lag this, jet lag that. It will affect us in horrible ways. No, not at all. No headaches, no problems because of the weather fluctuations. Why? Because we took care of our hydration yesterday, just like as I told you with the coconut water, the water consumption, and all the salts and electrolytes. And of course, we took care of our recovery and our sleep. So jet lag doesn't exist if you have the right systems in place. So definitely remember that. And if you are not within 6 hours of bedtime, feel free to drink a bunch of coffee if that helps you. And if you can, drink in black. Sometimes you have to break the rules, but drink it black if you listen to me. So see you in the next scene, guys. Have an amazing day. All right, what's up, guys? Everything is set up, almost everything here in Paraguay, Asunción. And we had our first grocery run as well. Just before we start talking about what is in our fridge, here are our physiques currently. To be honest, not the best shape that you will see probably, because we are in the final month of our cut and we want to bring out a sick ass shredded physique by the end of it, while still enjoying life, still eating delicious juicy steaks, drinking some red wine, you know, just enjoying what's around us and being flexible with what we are eating. So follow us, come along with us, and let's see how we're gonna make that happen. It was just the first like demo grocery run, so not everything.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
So, what shall we start with? The most important one?
The watermelon, of course.
Of course. We got some watermelon. Why is watermelon good? I think we should ask the watermelon king.
So why watermelon is good? This gives us the energy. This gives us the essence of being. So when you eat watermelon, it contains a lot of citrulline. What that means is that it boosts the nitric oxide levels in your blood, so you get pumped as hell, and it's very low in calories. It satiates you because, as you can see, like, let's show it again. Let's not be shy about this. Like, even just a quarter of a watermelon is big as hell. So you get full once you eat it, and what is it like?
Imagine if you put
150
all of this
calories.
in your stomach.
Yeah, you would be looking like, but still, you don't get fat. I have never seen a single person who ever got fat eating watermelon. So
that's a fact.
Eat more watermelon and fun fact, it hydrates you better than water itself because of the electrolytes it contains. So it pulls the water into your body, you have energy, you can keep going. So if you ever considered buying like a pre-workout supplement, don't do it because you have watermelon. That's it.
Exactly. So, moving on. Another great fruit to also fill you up, low in calories, great for a snack when you're feeling hungry. It's the papaya. It's delicious. Another snack that we got is some raw honeycomb with some raw honey. Elite. I will not go into this because I could speak for 20 minutes, but this shit is insanely good for you. And if you have a sweet tooth, raw honey is what you need. Then, what did we get? Of course, since we're in Paraguay, the country of good steaks, we had to get some ossobuco. And look at this. There's some quality fats in the bone marrow too. So this is about the healthiest thing that you can find on planet Earth. Take that from me. And then, what else did we get? Ábris.
All right, so we got some limes over here, some juice, some Greek yogurt. So, you know, one of my biggest heartaches is that we couldn't find skyr yogurt, the Icelandic lean yogurt here, but we could find some Greek yogurt, some with fruit jam and without fruit jam, but both of them are pretty low calorie and super high in protein. So 100 grams of this contains about 10.5 grams of protein, really satiating, and yeah, I don't think it will last too long, so probably we're gonna get back for another run. And this is pretty much everything that we have so far, because now it's time to go for
another juicy steak.
Let's get this started.
Okay boys, first proper day in Paraguay, Asunción, Paraguay, and yeah, let's wrap this up. So we're now at a beautiful steakhouse, and I want to mention a couple of things because it's a really nice place. There's the Paraguayan flag, not a rainbow flag or any of that nonsense. There's nice music playing in the background. We are eating delicious foods, and I want to mention a couple of things about how we eat out. When we go out for dinner, it's not just the main course, it's an appetizer, a main course, and we're probably gonna have some dessert. So our approach when we do that is very simple. We have an appetizer that's filling or high in protein. We're having a salad that fills up the stomach quite a bit. It's not that high in calories, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing is that we pick a main course that's high in protein. Now, we are in Paraguay, so there's no other option than to have some delicious red meat. And I picked the lovely tomahawk. Just look at this, it's putting a smile on my face. And for dessert, I don't know what we'll have for dessert. Probably something small, something light. Still the sweet tooth, but not stack too many calories.
Never skip it.
Never skip dessert. Shout out to Ramosi, my boy. And yeah, I just also want to say, Daniel, Ábris, appreciate the fuck out of you. You're my homies. It's gonna be a good trip. First day is in the books, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, boys.
Let's go.